A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, millions of South Koreans cast their votes on Tuesday in a snap presidential election, ignited by the ousting of conservative leader Yoon Suk Yeol. Yoon faces serious rebellion charges stemming from his controversial decision to impose martial law last December, a move that has sparked widespread public outrage and political unrest. Early polls indicate that Yoon's liberal rival, Jae-myung, is poised for victory, leveraging the public's frustration with the conservative administration's recent crisis. The election, which saw voting commence at 6 a.m. at over 14,000 polling stations across the nation, marks a significant moment in South Korea's democratic journey. As of 10 a.m., approximately 6 million voters had already cast their ballots, with more than 15 million participating in early voting last week. The culmination of this electoral process could see the new president sworn in as soon as Wednesday, without the usual 2-month transition period, setting the stage for immediate governance challenges. Jae-myung, a prominent figure within the Democratic Party, has called for voters to deliver a decisive judgment against the conservatives, urging them to reject the remnants of Yoon's administration. His campaign promises include revitalizing the economy, reducing inequality, and uniting a nation increasingly divided by political strife. In stark contrast, Kim Soo, the main conservative candidate, has struggled to resonate with moderate voters, as internal conflicts within the People Power Party complicate their stance on Yoon's actions. The political landscape in South Korea has been marked by significant unrest over the past 6 months, with large protests both in support of and against Yoon's leadership. The fallout from his impeachment has created a leadership vacuum, impacting the country's diplomatic relations and financial markets. Observers express concern that the deepening domestic divide, exacerbated by Yoon's martial law debacle, could weigh heavily on the shoulders of the next president, regardless of who emerges victorious. Lee, who has a history of divisive politics, is known for his rags-to-riches story and his critical stance against the conservative establishment. His supporters view him as a potential reformer capable of addressing South Korea's economic disparities and corruption. However, detractors label him a populist who thrives on political division and may not fulfill his promises. On the foreign policy front, both candidates face formidable challenges. Lee has pledged to maintain a strong alliance with the United States and to foster trilateral partnerships with Washington and Tokyo, while also expressing a desire for improved relations with North Korea. However, experts caution that the current geopolitical climate, particularly with the looming threat of North Korea's nuclear ambitions and the complexities introduced by U.S. trade policies under President Trump, may limit the new administration's options. As the election results unfold, the implications for South Korea's future are profound. The winning candidate will need to navigate a slowing economy, a potentially hostile international landscape, and a deeply fragmented domestic political environment. With the stakes higher than ever, South Koreans are keenly aware that their choice today will shape the trajectory of their democracy for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.